Didn't want to interrupt the two old ladies bickering, by user JSAT3474. I stopped at an out-of-town greenhouse today. I'm pretty rural, and I like this greenhouse because it's not well known, meaning it's not picked over early in the season. The two ladies that run it, my impression is they're sisters, retired long ago. They are hilarious to listen to. Rosie. Why did you out that tray there? It has to go on the truck. Well Lizzie, I already put a different tray out there. Why aren't you watering? I was only getting a few plants that I hadn't started myself, but of course I have to walk around and dream about where I'd put all these plants if I only had the space. Elderly gent comes in. We passed each other a few times. Then he suddenly starts asking me questions. It seems his wife sent him on a greenhouse errand. He doesn't know what X looks like, where is Y, and how many come in a flat. Having been here before and knowing a smidge about gardening, I was gonna help him anyways, but then he stage whispers, I don't think you work here, but I know better than to get in between those two. I don't know if he personally knew these sweet, albeit bickering, proprietaries or if he just knew on sight to not interject, but it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Got a phone call in an elevator, by user MattTech88. This happened while I was moving into an apartment 2 days ago. My girlfriend and I were moving boxes up in the elevator. I grew impatient with the speed at which the door was closing, so I spammed the close button. That's when the call answered light came on. Well fuck. Spamming that button must have somehow triggered the fire department call system. We began panicking. That's when someone started speaking to us through the elevator. I laid on the profuse apologies for summoning her. But the person whose voice was coming out of a speaking near the floor had a different message for me. She was looking to rent an apartment. From a different complex. I was very confused. Apparently she had mistakenly called the elevator somehow. I had no idea that was possible. I tried telling her that she was talking to a random person in an elevator, but she wouldn't listen. She wanted to speak to a manager, so I just left the elevator. Can you help me with getting my granddaughter a fish, by user Aquarium Psychotic? So I was at a pet store getting some supplies and they just got in some bettas. I had an empty 20-gallon and was looking at them. An older woman walked up to me and asked for help. I showed her the price of the different types of bettas, what bettas looks healthy and what food I used. She was a sweet old lady and I was happy to help. I was wearing a color similar to what they workers wore. TLDR, I went to get crickets and helped a kid get her first pet fish. The Great Gene Miscommunication, by user Arachnigel. This happened about a month ago in the clothing store, Primark. Staff in this shop wear blue t-shirts, and I was browsing in a blue fleece. The following conversation took place in the men's jean department, where I stood and watched my partner rummage through styles. Do you have this in a 38 waist? Oh sorry, I don't work here. Okay, sorry. He bows apologetically and heads over to a stand of boot cuts. There is a moment of peace, of normality, and then he appears again. What about these? A 38 waist. Ah, I'm sorry, I don't work here. This isn't uniform. When will the 38s be back in stock? I have no idea, I'm sorry. The man tightens his grasp on the jeans as though he's trying to squeeze out the truth, or wring my neck. Fine, a 40 waist. I'm really sorry, but as I have said, I do not work here. I am not an employee. The man huffs, how dare she tell another lie? Just tell me where the changing rooms are then. I sighed, looking to my partner who was fist deep in a pile of light wash straight leg. It's just down there, next to homeware. The man's lips curl into a devilish smirk and he nods slowly. I wonder how many people have died in this jeans department. I knew you worked here, and off he went. Sorry, not sorry, by user Miolace not Gothera. I had to stop at the store after the gym to pick up stuff for the kids. I am standing in the self-checkout in my gym clothes, still dripping sweat, and this lady is like, "Excuse me miss, I need your help," and I look and see she's having issues scanning something discounted and I say sorry, I have no idea, and go back to scanning my stuff. She then gets all pissy with me saying I have terrible customer service and that my manager is going to hear about this. I stop what I am doing, look her dead in the eye. "Ma'am, I do not work here." "Yes you do," she angrily retorts. I start laughing, pick up my bags and leave with her chewing me out the whole way out of the store. People have lost their minds.